everybody, it's Christine Bertram. I'm coming to you live from the Hive here in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. And I think I know what just happened there, but I don't know why it just happened. Except for that it's still in the morning and it's early on Friday. Not early anymore. It's already 10:48 here, but I think I started the video and and I didn't realize I started the video. And then I went over to my computer to do all the back end work like I normally do before I go live. And then I came back to go live and I hit the button and I'm like, ending the broadcast, but I'm like, I didn't even know I was live. And so I looked at some of the comments and everybody's like, well, where is she? Where is she? Where is she? And I'm like, oh, I wonder if I accidentally hit like go live and then I went and did all my stuff and I didn't. It was quiet in here. Hi, Dawn Ablett. Hi, Donna Grushke. Hi, Linda Hall. And it was quiet in here because Cheryl was over there working and I was setting up all my stuff. And I went to come to go live. Cheryl got a phone call and she walked away. And I'm like, oh, I wonder everybody just saw all that. But that's how it goes. So I don't know. I know that there were a bunch of people that were on the first video with me. And they're probably wondering, like, what is going on with this girl? So anyways, I think that we're here now. I think that we're ready to go. And I did alter and switch around the kit class. You guys, I know I need to get a bunch of things done today. I should say I get a bunch of things done today. Thanks, Susan Warmly. It's good to be back. We have a few things on the docket for today. One of them was this showcase video. One is the kit class. And I'm going to be going live with Bonnie to do the raffle later this afternoon. And then we have class at 4. So you guys, we have 4 lives today. And if you think that's a lot, what do you, that's a lot for one day. I will have to admit that is a lot. So just remember that you guys, whenever you watch a video, you can always start and stop it at any point. You can always get back to it when it's time for you, when you have the time to do it. It's always here. And hi, Jean Maxwell, early bird. It was, by the time Friday comes, it's every day gets a little bit less sleep. And so by the time Friday comes, it's even the hardest day to get up. I will admit that, you guys. I think the other night, Wednesday night, I was up till about 1 o'clock. And I felt so accomplished when I hit my head on the pillow because I had gotten almost every class published for May, except for, I think, that there's one left. I still need to do the mystery card class for May, but that's way at the end of May. So it's on my radar, but it didn't need to get done at midnight on Wednesday night. I thought sleep was more important. So yay, so we're here today, you guys. Welcome to those who have always been watching me, those who just started watching me, and to those that are just starting for the very first time. This video is to show you what is coming up with Cards by Christine for the month of May, and I have one class to share with you for June, which is pretty crazy, but it's awesome. That class is a fee-based class, so I'm going to show it to you. It's not a class you can get free with an order, so I don't have to worry about people asking to get it free with a class when we're at the moment where we're still getting classes for free in April and May. Welcome, everybody. So I know some of you have seen and been working with me. They know kind of what's going on, but sometimes people are new to me, and I like to go over in this video a little bit of details of how things work. It can be very overwhelming if you're watching me for the very first time. I'm like, wow, she's got too many classes. What am I supposed to pick? And the last thing I want is for somebody to feel overwhelmed and then be done and be like, okay, I don't want to watch. So I just want you to know that it's always just take a deep breath. And if you have questions, always reach out to me and ask. I don't mind people calling me and asking me, like, what about this or what about this? And because until you really know, you don't know, right? I have different types of classes, and sometimes that can be confusing for people as well. Sometimes classes can go either way. You could either get it free with an order that is a minimum $45 if you need it mailed. In person is always $30. I kept those amounts the same regardless of how many cards are in the class, either 3 or 4 or 5. Just kept it the same. It averages out, it weighs out, and which is perfect. But that class could also be paid for potentially. So I have classes that are either or. I have classes that are order-based only, and I have classes that are fee-based only. So there's 3 different categories. Hi, Sandy Wicklander. Sandy Wicklander Your package came back to me. I have it right here, my dear. So I had a little hiccup with Pirate Ship, and I still have a little hiccup. I don't know why they changed their software, and it defaults people's addresses to Fond du Lac or Campbell Sport, and it happens. The day that it happened, I didn't catch it, and 7 people had packages come back to me, and I was like, "Oh, it cost me like $70. I don't have $70 to waste on postage, right? Nobody wants to spend extra money on postage." And so we thought we had it all solved. Like I figured out, like I have to do a process and then go back, and then it's like 3 extra steps to like double check things, and I figured out why it was happening, and it just defaults back. And so I caught them all. I caught all of them except for Sandy's, and I have Jennifer's. So a box that went out yesterday, I didn't catch it. So I have to, it's like 1 extra step. So Sandy, I'm going to put that back in the mail for you today. Knowing you and your mail, you might have it by Monday, which would be awesome. So there's 3 different types of classes that you can get with me. You can pick and choose. You can take as many as you want, which I have people that take all of them, and I am so appreciative that they just, no matter what class I have, they take it. And then I have people that might pick 1 a month, might pick 1 every couple months. I guess, honestly, you guys, any class that you take with me, I greatly appreciate it. Hi, Gwen Petrashek. I truly appreciate everybody who supports me and my craziness, all my crazy classes. We have a lot of fun stamping together, which we make lots of pretty cards, which is what I think people keep coming back because the cards are so pretty. And we love to design cards, my friends and I, and we love sharing them with you. And so they always come out in the form of a class. And so you guys can always pick and choose what you want. When you're first getting started out, I do know that I generally have phone calls with people to try to explain things because it's always hard to write back and forth in text messages. So people ask, how can you pay for classes too? That's always not the number one question, but a question like, right, how do you make payment? All different types of payments are accepted. You guys, I have a website that's set up and it takes credit card. It does charge a convenience fee for using the website because it costs money to run the website. Hi, Judy Immel. So if you pay via the website, just know that you're always going to be charged a small convenience fee for using it. A lot of small businesses are doing that these days because it costs money to use credit cards. And so for those people that want to pay not using a credit card, I don't feel it's right to charge them the higher price. And then so it's basically, I have my prices are noted with cash or check. And cash options are different, right? How can you send money or cash? Some people actually send cash in the mail, you guys. I've gotten some cash in the mail over these past few years, which is perfectly fine. Like as long as it gets here, that's all that matters. But there's other ways that you can kind of send cash electronically these days. So a lot of people send money via Zelle or Venmo without the payment protection, or with PayPal Friends and Family. I don't have a business account set up for PayPal, so people ask about invoicing. I don't invoice because I have a website that I manage, and you can pay for it via my website. It's a lot to manage a lot, right? So if I can not have to manage too many things, life is better. So there are different ways that you can send money electronically. I have people that also pay with Facebook Pay and Cash App. So those are some of the ways that you can send money electronically where it doesn't charge a fee. So those are different ways that you can send payment. What this video is all about for you guys is to show you the breadth of everything that is coming your way over the next month, and 1 class in June I actually have. And so then you can go from here and figure out what you want to take. So I really highly recommend having a pen and paper by you because you can take notes. Sometimes it's hard if somebody says to me, I want to take that class that has the pink and the blue. I'm like, I don't know what that means. So I'm trying to remember the name is awesome. That helps me a lot. Hi, Susan Bellamy. Jean Maxwell says, yep, you can send cash. Exactly. Cash is king is what my mom and dad have always said. Cash is king. So, what else? So have your pen and paper ready. We're going to go through classes. I have a schedule. I have a website that has the schedule on. I do want to announce that everybody that I had packages go out to in the last, let's say, 3 weeks, I've been trying to include a paper schedule. The paper schedule changed this last weekend after Carissa and Diane and I brainstormed ink, paper, scissors versus sweet classes. We figured that once we started working with one of the sets, we're like, oh man, this would make a much better ink, paper, scissors than it would a sweet class. So we did do a little switcherooing of some classes and for June and July and August. So hi, Ileana. So anybody who does have that paper schedule, you might just cross and switch things around or print a new schedule. Where can you find the schedule though? People ask, where can you find this? I have this is my schedule. I've had a schedule like this for a long time. You guys, probably 5 or 6 years. It's huge. Like, it's 3 pages for the condensed version. If you go to my website where I have it actually here listed, which is also here, you can find where the actual paper schedule is. And I'm going to take you there now. So you can kind of see the process of how to get here. So my website is cardsbychrisb.com, like as in a Rice Krispie treat, but with a B. So cardsbychristine.com was really already taken. So when you go to cardsbychrisb.com, under the blog and news right here, blog and news, there's a newsletters and files section. And I have the last chance list for the annual catalog, the last chance list for the spring mini, the April through August schedule, and the 2023 schedule. I have people that love to see the whole year in a glance, like they want the whole schedule out in front of them and it's not too much for them. And I have people that just want a snippet. So that's why I've put both of them. I asked in a poll many years ago and it was about 50-50. So you know what? When you get 50-50, you do both. So I have pulled the April through August schedule, and that's what I'm looking at here. When you actually go to the April through August schedule, on the back end of it, I don't know, it's going to download. I don't know if it'll pop open right away. It will. Perfect. When you go to the PDF version on my website, you guys, hi, Mary Carls, that's where you're going to find the past classes that are available. So if you place an order for over $45 and you use my current host code like this, I'm going to reach out to you and I'm going to ask you, is there a past class or a current class you'd like? And you always ask, well, what are the past classes? And I always say, well, go to the website, go to the newsletter or to the PDF schedule and you'll find it. So there are past classes that are cost-based, and then there are ones that are free. These 3-card and 4-card, 5-card, and order-based classes are the ones you can always get for free. And it tells the year and it has the name of the class. And you're like, well, that's great, but I still don't know what they look like. So that's where you would have to do a little investigating. Debbie Gass did this the other day. I was so amazed and proud of her. Hi, Annette Rollin. She told me she was checking out past classes and she was interested in some. And I'm like, oh my gosh, she did it. She learned how to look and I love it. So like here it says that there's let's go to April or January of 23. There's a class here, you guys. So what you would just do is go to my website and go, it was January monthly of 2023. And you could go here to toggle in the events calendar. So under there's events. And then you would just toggle back to January of the date. Find the date. I don't remember what the date was. It was probably that date right there. And then on the cover photo, it shows a picture of the cards, a close-up. So you can kind of get a general idea. So you could do some shopping that way. I had Stacy Burns that reached out and she went shopping in past classes instead of getting current classes. So I just want you guys to know that that is out there for those that aren't familiar with that. So what we're going to do, you guys, this is the schedule. And we're going to actually start with today. We're still in April. And I have a class yet in April. Today, we have this class that's coming up tonight, actually at 4 o'clock. And so what I like to do is I like to start kind of an order of what's coming up. And then we actually have a benefit tomorrow too. So I have 2 things in April yet before we can close the month. And then I think we're closing the month with like probably the craziest, busiest month of stamping with you guys that I think I've ever had. Oh, when we look back at all the classes we had, you guys, I realize my mind is boggling. And now we're going to rock and roll into May. And May is about the same as April, but it's actually only 19 days for me because I leave for a trip on the 19th of May and I'll be gone for 2 weeks. So we're fitting everything that we normally would fit into May in the first half of May. So, all right, so let's start with today, you guys. We have a kit. Well, actually, we have 2 classes today. We have the kit class. So Stampin' Up! Comes out with kits every month. And the kit today is called Forever Friends. I don't have it opened, but as soon as I'm done with this live, I'm not exactly sure how long this will take, but as soon as I'm done with this live, I need about 15 to 20 minutes to transition, get a little bite to eat, and then we'll do the kit class. And then after the kit class, I'm going to be live with Bonnie to show off the raffle prizes for the MS benefit, which is tomorrow. And then at 4 o'clock, I'm slated to do the in-color retirement class with you guys. And I still have kits left, and that's why I want to talk about it and show you the cards. It's actually 5 cards featuring the 5 in-colors that are retiring. And And then we're getting 5 new ones. And then the Kellogg launch party that we do in May features the 5 new colors. So we've got 4 things, including this video today. And then tomorrow is the MS benefit. So let's drop the camera down here and show you guys what we're doing. So the kit that we have at right after this is called Forever Friends. And so if you want to see what the kit is all about, that's what we're going to be doing right after this video. And then at 4 o'clock today, we're going to be doing the In Color Retirement class. And it's featuring Polished Pink, Fresh Freesia, Soft Succulent, Pale Papaya, and Evening Evergreen. I believe I have about 7 left for this class. And it's a 5-card class. All the insides are double matted for your pleasure, because I know there are people who love the double matting on the inside. And the featured set is Art Gallery, which is another one that is retiring. And I am very happy to say that this is on sale for $8.80. And I bought myself a second one just because if you look at how crazy this set is, this set has been loved. And so I bought myself for $8.80. I gotta figure out where the happy birthday is. It's right there. No, that's You Are Lovely. Gotta think about where that happy birthday stamp went. It's on something because we just used it, I think. So this set is loved. And I bought myself another one. It's still not here yet. I bought it probably during free shipping days, my guess. And so it's still on its way. But Art Gallery is retiring. So if you still want that one, I'd recommend getting that before it disappears. So this class is free with a $45 order, or you could purchase it for $20 plus shipping is $6. So that's coming up, you guys, at 4 o'clock. If you want to watch that, you are welcome to. Then tomorrow for the MS benefit, there are 5 cards that you will get for a $30 donation. We have 1 or 2 left, okay? So if you're interested, please send me an email so I see it in my inbox, or text me so I know. I'll let you know if we still have any left. I showed these cards off last night, and 6 people out of 8, we had 8 left, I think, 6 people expressed interest in them. So we are almost out. So the cards are already made for you. So it's like you're getting you're donating to a good cause, the National MS Foundation. We're donating $23 of the donation. The $23 of your donation is going to them, and 7 is going for the supplies, right? Because I have helpers that bought the supplies, and they get reimbursed for all the cardstock and the embellishments and the ribbon. And I had a team here this week that we put 250 cards together for all those people that were set up for porch pickup or mailed. So all featuring texture chic ink paper, paper. So I do have 1 to 2 left. I haven't looked through all my notes from you guys. I left last night after class, and we went out to a retirement party. And so I haven't looked through my emails very closely to see about those last 2. But just putting that out there. That is tomorrow. We have people coming from 9 to noon, and we have people coming from noon to 3. And I think there's about 18 people coming in person to make the cards tomorrow. And then we have a raffle on top of it. You use that happy birthday on the MS card. Oh, Judy Immel, thank you so much. I was in the back of my head, I was still thinking about where it was. I don't know if you could see the wheels turning. Becky Gandolfo, I have you on the list. You were part of our live, that you were one of the 6 that expressed interest. But Judy, yes, I was like, where we used it on the ice cream card. And so you could probably see my wheels like in the background thinking, where's that stamp? Where's that stamp? Because you never want to open up a stamp case to have a missing stamp and figure out, like, where is it? Because the first instinct I had is it in the garbage? Like, do I need to go through digging through the garbage to find this stamp? So, but yes. So Judy, thank you for helping me remember that. I really appreciate it. So Becky, yes, you're good to go. I will work out the details for payment with you in the near future. But I have a set aside for you. All right, so MS benefits tomorrow. Bonnie will be here this afternoon. She's got about 20 baskets that are awesome baskets. And if you're not here in person or local to me, don't worry. You can still get it on the raffle. Your donation is 100% to the cause. So if you buy raffle tickets, I will share the prices for the raffle tickets during that video, you guys. Right now, we're on the focus of what's coming up. But you can get tickets between $2 and $20. There's different amounts of tickets you can get for depending on the price. And I will physically put the tickets in whichever basket you want. That is the type of raffle that we're doing, where you get tickets and then they go into the specific baskets that you are interested in. Little bit different than how I do the escapes, for those that are wondering. When I do my escapes, it doesn't work that way. So this is actually going into the baskets. And that depends on the basket that you want. I would ask anybody that needs to get mailed. I don't mind mailing things if it's like a good decent size, like that it's small, that it fits into a padded envelope. But if it's going to be like the dog basket, that it's like this big thing of toys and stuff, and it's going to have to go in a box and cost $12, then we have to think about, if you want it, then maybe you would offer to do the shipping for winning the prize, and we can figure that out when that happens. So, all right, so that raffle video will be coming this afternoon. Okay, now I think we can officially move into May. May 1st is May Day, and we have a class on May 1st. And it's called, we'll start with that one because that's what's on my radar first. It's the Favored Flowers Stamp a Stack of Boxes, and it's an extra class. And so when you're looking at my classes, there's breakdowns of different types of class. I have monthly classes. I have a sweet bundle series. I have the club class does the same as the monthly. That's why they're always next to each other. There's paper pumpkin classes and mystery cards. There's Let's Just Stamp, the technique class I do with Rose, and also Sweet is also with Rose in Canada. The ink, paper, scissors, and then there's games, and then there's Share, Create, Inspire. There's team events. So you guys, there's a lot. And then after that, there's still extras. And so we'll start with the extras in May, because this is stuff that's priority for the first part of May, and then we'll start from the beginning of the catalog. How does that sound? Not the beginning of the catalog, the beginning of the schedule. So we're gonna start with extras in May, because next week, May 1st, we have a class, and then we also roll into the start of the new annual catalog. Hi, Laura. We are just actually starting with May right now, so you're okay on timing. So Favored Flowers, you guys are probably wondering, like, okay, well, that's retired product. Well, yes, it is. But I was fortunate enough to be able to get extra packs of designer series paper, and I did 2 classes with them. 2 scoops featuring the favorite fragrant flowers. So this was the stamp set and the dies, which I'm not sure if they're still available, but they were at a reduced price. Like the dies were down to $18.80, and the stamp set I think also. So it was cheaper to buy these individually if you want them. Or don't even get the stamp set and just get the dies. Because if you have this designer series paper, it's very beneficial to have the dies, because the dies actually, 2 of these dies match the flowers. And so this was the class I did 2 weeks ago probably. It's a Fun Folds Stamp a Stack where you make 14 cards. And I'm telling you guys this because I still have 5 left out of 56. We planned for 56. And so if anybody is still wanting or seeing this for the first time and they're interested, they're thick. They're all fun folds. The class video is already out there. You could watch the replay, and I could send you the materials. And so, and if you get both of these classes together, you guys, I could also ship them together at this point, because this one's already kitted up, and then these are kitted up. So I could work on reducing the shipping. But I'm alone, so I get to watch on the 60-inch screen. Awesome, Laura. I love it. Then the cards look even more amazing on the big screen. So that's one thing, you guys. I do a video like this every month. I've been doing it probably for a year and a half, because you guys get to see the cards, and like where if you take a picture, it's really hard to see the awesomeness of a card like this one right here. The reason that like I would like to, when I showed these cards off originally, to show you the different fun folds, when you have a video, you can show you how they open up like this, and you can see the color a lot better. So this Fun Folds Stamp a Stack is still available. I have 5 left in case anybody's interested. But for the boxes are what's listed here for May 1st. It's at 1 p.m. on Monday. You're going to make 4 boxes, and each box contains a set of 4 cards, and they're mini cards, and they are all similar on the inside. So when you open them up, there's 4 different designs, and you'll get a pack of the 3x3 envelopes, and they would go, so this would be great if you're looking for a gift for somebody for a birthday, for Mother's Day is coming up. If you don't have a mother, but you have a daughter who's a mother or a friend who's a mother, like, wouldn't you love to surprise them with a little gift like this? Those would make their day. And these cute little cards can be used in little gift packages or if you want to add to the present. And so this one says hello. This one is for a special person on a special day. Celebrate. It could be for anything. It's not necessarily birthday. And then here's another one, and then another hello. So each of the boxes has 4. And this one I did a little different. I know that some people have a hard time with crooked, and so I'm one of them. So I made the card with straight ribbon, and then I made it with crooked ribbon. And then what we'll do on Monday, this class is like no other. I am not usually a 3D box kind of gal. You guys know I make a lot of cards, right? If you've been watching me for a while, you know that the cards are I love making cards. So this was a little bit hard, and I felt bad actually kitting this class up for you guys, because I was not mentally prepared, and I decided going into this class that I would not do a class like this if I had to score and cut for everybody. So I put it out there that this class, you are going to have to work for this class, and you're going to want to watch the video, and you're going to be doing your own scoring and cutting, because what I gave everybody are the sheets of cardstock. You got green cardstock, coral cardstock, freesia, and petal pink. And as a group on Monday, we are going to go through, and I'm going to teach you guys how to do these boxes. I am writing the tutorial up between tomorrow and today. It's on my radar. I'm going to include a template for you guys that are taking the class. You'll get the measurements on how to make the template for the boxes and how to cut and score. And then on Monday, what we'll do is we're going to cut and score for all of the boxes, and then we're going to make one. And then we're going to cut for all of the cards, and we're going to make 4 of them. So then what you'll be able to do is later on make your other 3 boxes and your other 12 cards, because you'll know what to do. So this is the 3D Stamp a Stack of Boxes, and that is $50, or if you need it mailed, it's $63, because it goes in one of those big pink bubble mailers like this. I have one to show because this is Sandy's. Her Stamp a Stack of Boxes is in there right now. So that is the Favored Flowers Stamp a Stack of Boxes. It's right here. I'm listed for May 1st. Right there. Okay. There is no team cost for this. I have it on here. I should have deleted this. If you are on my team and want this class, call me or message me. I've already talked to Latokia about it. If you are interested, I'll tell you what we need to do for you to be able to get the team. There is no team cost for this class, because ultimately I provide, there was no major prep work for me for this class, because you guys get to do all the prep work with me helping you. All right, so that is your Blast from the Past featuring Favored Flowers, one of my favorite papers that of all time with all these flowers. They're so pretty. Okay, so then we go into next week, the launch of the new annual catalog. And I have 2 things on here that are important that you guys get signed up for sooner rather than later. One is called the Annual Catalog DSP Sampler. And it is where I provide the sheets that have the DSP names at the top, Designer Series paper names at the top. I provide you swatches that look like this, 2x2, and then all the color swatches that go on the side. And you need glue or adhesive or something to put your papers and your cards, your swatches onto your cardstock. And so this is last year's annual catalog. We did alter everything going forward to be all 2x2. So it's gonna look just like these pages right here. We've taken feedback from the past, and people didn't like the change in the direction. So everything, just you guys, is always going to be vertical like this and 2x2 with the squares on the side. So as you look through this, you're going to see a little inconsistency, and people gave us feedback, and we took that feedback and we're running with it, and we're making it very consistent in an alphabetical order, like people like it. And then for the annual catalog, you guys will actually get the full rainbow of all the bright subtles, regals, neutrals, and then you'll also get the in colors, and they will look pretty much just like this as well, except for vertical. All right, and then there'll be 2 sheets for specialty papers, and again, they'll be vertical. So the annual catalog Designer Series paper sampler is $30 plus $10 for shipping, and it will ship in a padded priority envelope just like this. So that's how they ship, with a cardboard backer so that it doesn't get bent like Becky's did by her mailman. We were all sad about that. So DSP sampler, I have to know if you want it or not soon. I will run out. I'm not going to make 100 of these. My brother's already killing me that, or not happy. I shouldn't say killing me. He's already unhappy with me that we're making, I told him it was going to be 56 and I have 66 people signed up. And so I haven't made them yet. So I'm going to make whatever I have signed up, but come Tuesday when I order the product and when we make them next Friday, I'm only making a certain amount, and when they're gone, they're gone. So if you want to reserve yours, like now is the time to get your name on the list. And then there's also the annual catalog product share, and I need to know that hopefully by Tuesday. I'll take reservations for product shares after Tuesday, but on Tuesday morning at 1 a.m., I'm planning to go in and place all the orders for what I need for the samplers and the shares. And so how the share works is if you go to my website, you guys, for that day, can you sign me up for Annette? Yes, Annette, definitely. Let me make a note here. Boxes. All right, got it. So then what I want to show you guys, May 1st is a very important day. There's a lot of stuff on the calendar. So if you go to my events calendar for May 1st, and you click on it, there's what's up. The video here is already on the first of the month. I always put the what's coming up video. So if you're having a hard time finding this video where it is, the link is here as well. And then I have to turn my phone this way. And we can see that the favored flowers stamp-a-stack is Monday. The annual catalog DSP sampler information is here. So if you go to Monday, you guys will find the DSP information. My new in-color clubs are forming, so I have about 5 people. I'm looking for anybody else that wants to join my in-color clubs. All the details are right here. And then the annual catalog product share reserve now. So there's a lot of things going on Monday. So when you go on to your device, you can read all about the product share. So I have a la carte options. You can pick papers and more, ribbons, embellishments, or the whole shebang. The whole shebang is all 3 options. And you also have a bonus here that if you pick the papers option, which is $71 for cash or check, or if you pick the whole shebang, you get to pick a free online class from me, one that is offered free with a minimum purchase. So I have it on here, offered free with a minimum purchase. So like ink, paper, scissors is not a free class. The Stamp-a-Stacks are not free classes. You could pick from past classes or future in May or April right now. And so all this information is out there. If you need it mailed, you need to make sure you add shipping to your cart. So there's all the different choices here. There's 2 different shipping options. If you order the paper, embellishments, and ribbon, or just the paper, you need to make sure you choose $10. But if you're choosing ribbon and embellishments, it's only $7 because I'm not putting in a priority padded envelope. I'll use my purple ones then. So a product share is something similar to this. You guys, this is one from a few years ago. I keep it on standby just to show you. We have gotten smarter with our ribbon. We actually roll it up really nice and put little tabs on it. Our embellishments come on cardboard backers now. It's a lot less mishmash than this, I promise. And the paper, you get like a brick. So you get this one, I think it's like 180 some sheets of 6x6 paper that you're gonna get. I didn't include any packaging on this one. So this one, it had some boxes, but you will get the memories and more note cards and envelopes as well in your product share, just so you can see what they're all about. So that product share, again, I need to know if anybody else wants to get in on it soon. I have some reminder emails set to go out this weekend just to put it in your inbox one more time so that you can see. All right, so there you go. We already got a May 1st is already like just so much going on. We'll stay here in extras for May just to talk about the other 2 things that are in here. One of them is the annual catalog launch party and in-color card class. And so that one features the Share a Milkshake stamp set, is a carryover stamp set. So kudos to Carissa. She's one of my friends I designed with, and she came up with the idea of using the milkshake set because she thought that all the ice cream could represent different flavors of ice cream. So yay, it was so awesome. We made these cards. And so when we do an in-color card class, we always do the same design and then just make them in all the different colors. And so this is a 5-card class, and we're going to be doing, we have raspberry-ish, right? Sherbet, maybe. Oh, Chris, I don't remember what you said. It was blue moon. Blue moon. Okay, blue moon. I looked at Cheryl, and Cheryl's like, yep, that's probably blue moon. Blue moon for that one, like a raspberry flavor, I think. Blue moon. I don't know. Is Blue Moon raspberry?
Like raspberry.
Okay, okay.
Raspberry flavor. You're close.
This is our what's the orange color? What would that be?
Sherbet.
Orange sherbet-ish, okay. And then we have another raspberry or berry burst kind of flavor of an ice cream. And this one, you guys, is caramel. So we definitely had to say that this was caramel. And so the same layout, and I do want to say that our straws are going to be used. So I used white straws here on this for right now, but we're going to change them out to be the Pebbled Path luster paper to make it look like a silvery straw. So these are the In Color catalog launch party cards for that class. Very cool. Also too, this tabletop looking thing, we made it look like it's resting on a table. That's going to be swapped out for the luster paper. Right now I couldn't buy it because it's not part of the pre-order. So we designed them with Pebble Path, but we're going to have a little bit different luster paper so you guys can try it. All right. So this class is $20 plus $6 for shipping, or the scavenger hunt. Jean, when can we expect the scavenger hunt? Next week. I have to add it to my to-do list. You guys, if I don't write things on my to-do list, I don't remember to do them, or other things that I do remember take priority. So Jean, I made a note. Next week, I'll have the scavenger hunt ready, promise. Okay, so this one is $20 or $26 with shipping, or it's free with a minimum $45 order, and you have to use my host code, you guys. I'll tell you, if you don't use my host code, I will ask you to call Stampin' Up! And put the host code on. I can't keep calling Stampin' Up! And saying, hey, so-and-so forgot to put their host code on. So-and-so. I can do that, but they get annoyed. They don't ever. Stampin' Up! Never gets annoyed, but I get 10 of them, right? And they let a demonstrator do 10 times. And last month, or April, I should say, I hit that and I can't call anymore. So the first 10 people that don't do it, I can, but it also takes time out of my day to do it. And the whole part of getting a free class is you putting the host code on the order. So don't take it personally if I ask you to add the host code. And I know that sometimes they have a wait of, somebody said, well, it was a 121-minute wait. I hung up. I'm like, I get that. They do have an option that you can email them. And you could email them what host code to add to your order number, and they would take care of that. Or you could do the wait thing, like where they put your phone number in and they'll call you back when it's your turn, so you're not sitting there waiting on the phone for the time. So you guys, I'm a stickler about the host code because it's a free class with the minimum order using the host code. Okay, so Laura, I believe the die set is Fragrant Flowers. Thank you, Annette Rollins. Annette Rollins said it was $18.60 for the dies. And so I think they're still available. So, okay, so that's a little note about the host code, you guys. I always got to say that because I can call, but I hit my quota. So like the last 4 people that forgot to do their host codes this past week, I can't help you. So Stampin' Up! And then it's like, well, class or no class, and I want to give you guys the class. That is always my goal, is to give you a class with your order, right? Like, you're putting in an order and I appreciate it, and my way to say thank you is by giving you a class. And so just make sure that you always get that host code. Even if it has my name, you still got to have the host code if you want a class. And even if it's less than $45 and you're putting in like a $20 order or a $25 order, every little bit helps to build up the workshops to help me get the paper that I need to do the classes, which is awesome. So, and the embellishment. So, all right, so that's Share a Milkshake. And for those that want to know the dates and the times, it's right before I leave. I leave for my trip on the 19th. So this class is the week that I leave. And it's the 17th. And it's actually in person. I had to switch things around, you guys, because of leaving. It's in person on Monday. This class is actually Wednesday, the 17th. You guys, I am not doing a class on May 17th. No, May 18th. I should pull the calendar here really quick. I am not doing a class on May 18th. Diane is actually going to be doing a class. So we had to do a little switcherooing. You guys, our flight leaves Appleton at like 6 a.m. on the 19th. And I've done it in the past. I've had a class the night before leaving on an airplane, and it just is not good for my health. So I am not doing a class on Thursday night. Diana is going to be doing Let's Just Stamp in here on Thursday night. And I moved my ink, paper, scissors to Tuesday night, and this class is on the Wednesday night. So there is a little bit of an offness that's going to feel like for the month of May because of the trip. So just so you know, It's Wednesday, May 17th for this if you want to do the online version. Okay. Oh, no problem, Laura. I hope you feel better very, very soon. All right, so that is the Share Milkshake. And then the other thing, so we've already talked about the annual catalog. We talked about the annual catalog DSP sampler, the product shares, the favorite flowers. The last thing in extra of May, you guys. And so like, I remember making a comment that there's not a lot extra May, and then I realized, oh my gosh, there really is a lot extra May. The Perfect Pomegranate class, the Stamp-A-Stack. It's 20 cards, you guys. 20 note card size. And you're going to, if you want to, you can have the option of adding on the Perfect Pomegranate set. This was a set that was available free with a host workshop of $300 back in sale-a-bration, I think, of last year. And so I had about a dozen stamp sets that I was like, well, what do we do with the stamp sets? So we're going to make a class, right? Of course. So there's an add-on. So the stamp set is an extra $7 if you want to add it on. But if you don't, that's okay. I still have like maybe 5 left. It's 20 cards using the note cards and envelopes, and there's different quantities of sizes, or quantities of the designs, I should say. So in this case, like there's 2 of this one, there's 3 of this one, and you got paper. You can decorate your envelopes as well. So there's 3 of that. This one, there's 3 of this one as well, that guy. And then this one is a little bit of a fun fold. It goes like this. So this class is May 10th. It's online. I'm going to be teaching it via the YouTube Live. And there's right here, there's 3 of this one. There should be, I think, 2 of this one. I feel like there should be 2 of that one. And there's 3 of this one. Oh, there's only 1 with the bike. We only did 1 with the bike. That's right. So between all of this, there's 20 cards. But again, they're note card size, you guys. So they're 5.5 by 3. So they are a little bit smaller than a traditional A2 size card. So I will go through and make 1 of each of these during class. Now, the problem that I have is I had planned for X amount, right? And the ribbon is going to be the question that's in. I've been able to trade with people so far. I have 1 left that I was able to trade. So I think I have 1 left for this class where you'll actually get the white crinkle ribbon. But after that, I would swap out for any ribbon of your choice that's in the annual catalog or like the new one. You wouldn't get the white ribbon, but maybe you already have the white crinkle ribbon and you would like a different ribbon. So I can accommodate now, or I guess anybody else that already got this class and wants to swap it out for a different ribbon of equal value, right? If it's $7 or $8, that works. I think that ribbon was probably $8. So if you get like a $7.50 to $8.50, I could swap out the ribbon and give you a different one as long as you have the white crinkle. But that would allow me to accommodate other people. Oh, there's a gem underneath here. Look at that. Look at that guy. He's hiding under here. He's hiding right there. I wonder where he came from. Probably over here. All right, he's back home. All right, so this is the Perfect Pomegranates class. It's $50 or $60 mailed because the designer paper is going to be 6 by 6 that I'm giving you. It's the Design a Daydream, and I'm gonna give you an 1/8 of a pack because it's a mega pack. So it's about getting 2 6 by 6 sheets of each design, kind of like what we do for ink, paper, scissors. So that class is May 10th. All right, so not next week, but the following week. So we got to get on. This one needs to get kitted up next week too. All right, lots to do next week, you guys. All right, so that's the Perfect Pomegranate class. All right. So if anybody wants to get signed up, please check with me sooner rather than later on that one, just because I need to coordinate the ribbon situation. All right, so let's go back to the front of the front here, and we're going to talk about the May monthly class. So the May monthly class is going to feature 3 different stamp sets. So the May class, or the monthly class, has always been the one I've done from the very beginning of time of me doing classes. It always featured 3 different stamp sets, and it could be a bundle, it could be a single stamp set, but 3 different ones. And we picked 3 carryover stamp sets because that we could start working with them. And we featured new designer series paper with all of them. So like this one is featuring Grassy Grove, and it features some of the new Fresh as a Daisy designer paper. So when you get kits from me, everything like this, in a class like this, all the die cutting is done. I have amazing helpers that do the die cutting. it's amazing how much they do, and they just love helping. And I so greatly appreciate it because it allows me to give you guys the classes that have lots of die cutting, right? Not simple cards. These are more meaty cards, right? So you've got Fresh as a Daisy paper featuring black and blue and Grassy Grove for this one. And then we've got another blue 42 card featuring Nature's Prints, which is another carryover set. In this one, you just need a sentiment. Now for this one, you'll get the label die cut, everything die cut, except for these two here. Anytime there's a focal image that is stamped and then die cut, I do not die cut the outline. I feel like it's a specific stamp. If you have it, then you can always fussy cut it yourself. So what I do in this case is give you a piece of white paper that is big enough to stamp these two focal images. Now, if you didn't have that and you made this card without those things in the background and just put these two little die cut pieces, the card would still be beautiful without that. So it's always an option to think about. Using a new embossing folder back here too, that Country Blossoms one. And then the last one is the carryover set called Sweet Citrus. And for this one, it features some of the new Zany Zoo designer paper, pulled in some black and white gingham, that hashtag folder. You'll get your die cut leaves and the label, but the lemons, you guys, will come on you'll get a piece of paper. You'll need to stamp them on your piece of paper. And again, if you don't have lemons, this is where you get to be challenged creatively to figure out, well, what could you use instead of them? And you wouldn't have to use the leaves, but well, maybe you have a different past citrus set that you could use. But the colors are very, this card makes me happy because it's so bright and cheerful. So that is Sweet Citrus, Grassy Grove, Nature's Prints for the monthly class for May. Now this one is free with a $45 order, or you can pay for it. It's $15 or $21 mailed. And these are already kitted up, ready to go. So Mom and Diane and I worked on them, and Cheryl helped too. Cheryl was here. We got these kitted up this week already. So again, when it comes to classes, because I offer so many of them, I do not mind consolidating shipping where I can. And so it's always better, though, if you reach out to me and say, I'd like this class and this class and this class. And I'll be like, okay, well, I can consolidate these two, but this one isn't shipping for 3 weeks. I don't hold classes for people for weeks on end. It has to ship in the same vicinity. Otherwise, my back counter would be even fuller or more full. Cheryl just laughed. I can't, because I have other stuff back here that is just like, I just don't hold things for people for extended periods of time. So like if you wanted 2 classes this week in ink, paper, scissors, those 2 classes this week would ship out this week, and ink, paper, scissors ships out when it ships out, right? So just so you know, I consolidate where I can to save a little bit for shipping. And if I can't, I can't. So then the club class here does the same cards as the monthly class. And then we have paper pumpkin classes. So whenever you look at my back counter here, if you see that there's a paper pumpkin back here, that means that, hi Karen, your cards are in a bag hanging underneath the counter in the mudroom.
This is for Friday, or for tomorrow.
Tomorrow, and not all the baskets are out there.
Okay.
I'm a slacker, my basket needs to go out there.
Okay.
And I think Carissa has a basket maybe, and she's bringing it tonight. So
Okay.
we're gonna do a video this afternoon.
Okay,
So you
then
can-
I'll send you an email.
You send me an email with what you want and put a Post-it note on that. Yes. Otherwise, I'm like $20 cash. I don't know who that's from. They're in the drop down underneath the B thing. There's Post-it notes and the little pencil thing. No, under the TV.
Oh,
Yep, right in the no. Under. Yeah, sure. Okay. So, if you guys ever see a paper pumpkin in my back counter here, that means it's available. So, I don't have any paper pumpkins left for April. The last one was just claimed yesterday, but I have been holding a paper pumpkin for somebody who has not responded to my emails for about 3 weeks now. So it is a March paper pumpkin. I had it all ready for to go out, but she never emailed me back. And that happens. I understand people get busy. But this one is called the 10 Years of Growth. It's March of 2023. So if anybody, I'm putting it up for grabs at this moment, just because I don't know if I'll hear back from her. And if anybody else was more interested in it and wants it, then definitely reach out to me to get the March paper pumpkin. Hi, Feline Mays from Eastern Oregon. Hi, Mary Jean Keepert. So paper pumpkins, if they are ever there, just know that you'll see it back there. And if there aren't any, then they're not. So May is available through May 10th. So you can subscribe to get your own. Now is a great time if you want to get a prepaid paper pumpkin subscription. The price of paper pumpkin is going up next month. I can't show you the insides of the catalog, but I was gonna show you, I'll show you where you can find information. Oh, Becky, you want the paper pumpkin, is that what I'm understanding? I just confirm yes or no, that if you want the March paper pumpkin. I think I'll know if you say yes or no, I'll know that's what you're talking about. So what you want to do, if you want to see the details, I publish them on my events calendar. If you go to May, the paper pumpkin, Kelly usually does the paper pumpkin classes. And so this one is called Exploring in Color. So it's going to be an awesome naturey one. I'm so excited because Tater loves Nyler. That came out backwards. Tyler loves nature. And so I'm very sure that this is going to be a great one. That it's like say hello to mountain landscapes and new in colors. Okay, so all the details are in here of what you get in your paper pumpkin, and you can. Oh, I got to change the. Oh, I don't have to change the pricing. I don't have anything in here with regards to that. But for those that want to know, paper pumpkin pricing is going up in the month of May, and paper pumpkins are going to be going. You can get a prepaid subscription. I'm not putting the camera here. I'll have it up on me. So then, okay. So paper pumpkin, a 1 month is $23.50. Where right now it's $22.50 if you buy a 1 month. 3 month is going to be $69.50. 6 month is going to be $127, and a 12 month is going to be $243. And right now, if you buy a 12 month, it's $235. So if anybody. Perfect, Becky. I have that paper pumpkin for you. It's yours. If anybody wants to get a prepaid subscription for paper pumpkin now before the price goes up, what happens is you add it to your account, and then you're not billed on a monthly basis, and you can use the prepaid code. So let's say you buy a 3 month paper pumpkin, that is over $45. If you use my host code, it qualifies you for a free class. So you can get paper pumpkin and get a free class. Okay, that's how that works with the prepaid subscriptions. Perfect, Becky. I see. Yes. So I'm going to put your name on that so that we make sure we send that to you. Got it. Okay. Yay, that was easy. Okay, so that's paper pumpkin. Let's flip back down here. So that's paper pumpkin. The dates are here through October apparently. And then over here we have mystery card night. So in case you guys are wondering, mystery card night is May 22nd. Kelly will be doing it. So I leave on the 18th, and Kelly's going to be doing 2 classes for me while I'm gone. She's going to be doing paper pumpkin like she normally does, but she's also going to be doing the mystery card night for me. So I have to make sure I get clue 1 published and the rest of the clues written so they're ready for her before I leave. So that is on my radar as well. All right, then let's see here. This is the sweet class now for the month of May. Chris and I got these done last week. Last weekend we got some Stampin' In. It was awesome. So Country Inn is the new suite that's found in the annual catalog and features blue. So if you're a blue fan, you might like these a lot. So this one is more of your wedding-ish card, and I'm not done with it because there's some Misty Moonlight ribbon that's in the new annual catalog that I haven't been able to purchase yet. And I want to put a little bit of back and forth, and then that will go in the middle here. So we're adding ribbon, and then it flips up and it says wishing you everything wonderful. And so it's a little bit of a fun fold for Country in Sweet Class. This one is another blue. So this is where it's got the hexagons. So this is one of the cards, and then the inside looks like that. And then this one is another fun fold. So I missed your birthday, or it has birthday wishes. Again, you could stamp whatever sentiment you want. So in this case, you just need a sentiment right here. Otherwise, everything's done for you. This one, I should have mentioned it. You need a sentiment and a sentiment and a sentiment and a focal image and some ink to blend the background. So really no focal images on those 2 cards. This one does have a flower. So you're probably wondering like, well, this isn't Countryside Corners. We did a little merging of 2 stamp sets together. So kind of. So this one, you need a sentiment and a flower. Otherwise, the die cutting is done for you. Anna is already on it right now. And then this one, you need a sentiment. And it's all your blues and your 42s. So what happens with the suite is that this is, so some of the dies are missing because they're out with my helpers, right? This is the actual bundle. How I have it is if you purchase the suite, which includes this bundle, the designer series paper, and the embossing folder, you get the class for free. Plus you get, I think I've got a half a pack of the Vellum Basics DSP because we used it in the cards. So we thought that was really pretty. So you get a half a pack of the Vellum. And there's an option 2 for this because I will be honest with you guys. If you like this stamp set, great, love it. The stamp set is not my cup of tea. I'll be honest with you. I looked at this the other day and I'm like, what am I ever going to do with this? It looks like fine if you're making like onesie twosie cards because you stamp the whole thing and then you can use the dies to die cut them out and you get these cool edging around it. So I got to see some cool things with it. But I thought, how am I going to make a class or design a class using just this stamp set? So this is where option 2 comes in, or plan B came in. Right in the book after this set came Lasting Joy, and thankfully it was on the pre-order. Oh, thank goodness. So in here were some focal images and the sentiments. So all of the sentiments for this class came from here, and that flower came from here, and some of that stuff is what we use. So option B for the suite class is if you purchase this stamp set, these dies, the DSP, and this embossing folder, you still get a half a pack of paper. So I'm not forcing anybody to have to feel obligated to buy this questionable stamp set in my eyes. Because until I see it used the way it needs to be used, I just was not that creative to think of it. So, and how to do it in mass quantities, especially okay. Anyways, you guys get my drift, I hope. So again, this is the Countryside Inn Suite class. The suite option is either of these stamp sets with the dies and the paper and the folder. But again, this is new product, so you can't purchase this until May 2nd. And I did see that the embossing folder is on low inventory. So what does that mean? That means I put an option out there that if you buy any other new embossing folder or any other embossing folder that you want from the regular catalog, not from the clearance rack, I don't even know if there are any in the clearance rack, but if you buy another full-priced embossing folder in lieu of that one, that would still count, okay? So this is kind of a hodgepodge of a suite purchase, okay? So it's as long as you have either the stamp sets, the dies, the paper, and then an embossing folder in case it is on out of stock. So that happens. And that's how we punt. This class is free with a $45 order, or you can pay for it. It's $18 or it's $24 mailed, okay? So that is the suite class. Then we can flip the page and we're gonna go to Let's Just Stamp. So Let's Just Stamp is the class I teach with Diane. Well, we design the cards together. She teaches the in-person and then I do the online. And so it's featuring Pansy Patch right here. It's another carry. You guys, when we roll into a new catalog, we gotta use carryover sets. And it's hard to feature new sets because we don't have them all for what we wanna do for our plan. So Pansy Patch is what's carrying over. And this is 3 cards and they're free with a $45 order, or in person is $30, or porch pickup is $30, and otherwise it's $15 or $21. And this one's also kitted up. It's ready to go. So if anybody wants to get this one with the monthly class, I could consolidate and take $4 off for shipping them in the same package. Again, reach out to me, let me know what you want, and then I'll tell you how much it would be. This one features the new, returning, I should say, Berry Burst. This one features Starry Night. And then the new designer paper, Zany Zoo, got pulled in. This is the Fresh Freesia, which is carrying over. Hi, Melanie Foy. This one is a little bit different because it opens like this. And if you're wondering about the stamps, if you want your cards to look exactly like mine, Pansy Patch, right? And you're going to get a piece of white paper, and I'm going to give you this template on how to stamp them so that they fit on your paper. And I'll tell you what strengths and colors to use. And if you don't have Pansy Patch, like I know Suzanne said she wanted this class, but she doesn't have Pansy Patch, any flowers could work because you're going to get a piece of white. That was our scrap on the back. So you're going to get a piece of white and you can cut what you want, or stamp and cut. Otherwise, you could always stamp directly onto this white piece back here. And the same here, you could, like the leaves are already stamped on here. You could stamp directly onto that white piece. So this is Let's Just Stamp featuring Pansy Patch. And that is, I haven't been telling you guys the dates. So Pansy Patch is May 8th online with me, or the Thursday, the 18th with Diane. The suite class, you guys, is May 10th. It's the same day as the Perfect Pomegranate, like the Perfect Pomegranate's afternoon online, and then in person on the Wednesday. The 6th is a Saturday. I'm doing the morning class with the monthly, and the afternoon is the suite class. And then for you guys online that are wanting to do it online, it's the 11th. Okay, so we did do a little switcherooing, I think, just to give everybody a little heads up. We switched out these two classes to be, okay, so Earthen Texture used to be July's. We made it become August because it's more fall-y for their colors. And we switched Texture Floral. We took out Darling Details from Ink, Paper, Scissors. And what we did is we put Bright and Beautiful. So just to give you a little heads up on the changes, Beautiful Balloons was going to be a suite class in August. This became Ink, Paper, Scissors now for June, because we have it. We're actually going to design the cards tonight. So Beautiful Balloons will become Ink, Paper, Scissors for June. And so we took out Darling Details for Ink, Paper, Scissors and put in Texture Floral. And then we moved Earthen Texture to be August to make more fall cards. Let's Go Fishing didn't change. That's still going to be June's suite class. Not made yet. We don't even have the stamps yet. Okay, so back to Let's Just Stamp, Pansy Patch. And then what you can look forward to in June is Hello Ladybug. And then all the names are here going forward too, like Color and Contour is July, Playing in the Rain is back for August. All right, the Technique Club class with Rose. These cards are not designed yet. So Melanie Foy, yes, the Pansy Patch cards that I just showed were Let's Just Stamp. Technique Club class they're not ready. As soon as we have them ready to go, you guys, we will be sharing them. But just so you know what she's featuring, so I get to pick the suite classes, and then Rose gets to pick the Technique Club. And so what we've got coming for you in May, she's got Bright and Beautiful featuring the Bokeh Technique, and then, which is this set right here, Bright and Beautiful is the balloons. And then for June, she's going to be using Zany Zoo for the club featuring partial embossing. For July is Crafting with You, and then August is Circle Sayings. I don't have any cards to show you guys at the moment, so just know that as soon as they're ready, I will share them with you. The Share, Create, Inspire is next week, Wednesday, and thank you to Miss Millie. Millie Kindle has the recipe, so in case you guys want to take a screenshot of that, you definitely could. I will also be taking a picture of it and putting it into the event afterwards, but just to give you a heads up, that's a little bit, if you want to work ahead, that's Millie's recipe, and we have her card here that we are going to open after class, and so that's our Share, Create, and Inspire, ready to go for May 3rd. I don't think we have anything May for the team in terms of events, so we'll skip that. Ink, Paper, Scissors, you guys, we had a great rain or shine last night. Thought it went really well. It's sold out though, so just so you know, there are no kits left for that. Fresh as a Daisy though is coming up for May. There are some slight changes to this because I'm very excited to announce that there's going to be an in-person version. So that's the slight change. It always used to be offered as an online-only class. Was one of my only online-only classes. And after talking with Diane, she's taking on the challenge of working on the cards and designing with me, and then also teaching the class in person. So they will sometimes be on Tuesday nights if a Tuesday was open, and otherwise they will be on a Friday at 10 a.m. And the first one is Fresh as a Daisy. So this is a product-based class. You can never get ink, paper, scissors free with an order. If you ask for it, I will tell you, so sorry, pick something else, please. Because ink, paper, scissors is $30 or $37 with it mailed to you, and you get a goodie bag. You get a roll of ribbon, or in this case for June, you're going to get the rolls of jute. There's 5 different rolls of jute. The cards are designed, but they don't have their jute on them because I can't purchase it yet. So they're all at a point where they can be pulled apart slightly just to get the ribbon added. You'll get the in-color dots and a quarter pack of the DSP, and the same applies for in-person. So Diane's running it the exact same way. And in class, you will need to bring your paper trimmers because you are going to be cutting your own designer series paper, just like everybody at home does, okay? So this one is, Diane's doing it on the 23rd. So in person is May 23rd while I'm gone, and it's at 6 p.m. And then on Tuesday, May 16th, you guys, so date night is not going to be on May 16th. I'm going to have a date 2 weeks with Tyler. We're gone for 2 weeks. So on Tuesday night, I've got class with you guys instead. And we're going to be using Cheerful Daisies. And this one, again, the jute ribbon isn't on any of these. So I got to add some Pebbled Path jute ribbon. And this one opens like that. And then this one is going to have some whatever copper clay jute ribbon added. So again, you guys, nothing's really like secure. It was secure enough to take pictures, but not secure enough to be done. So this is one of the ink, paper, scissors. This one is the blue. So we are going to add some boho blue jute to this one. And you'll have extra designer series paper to make more cards. And this is to show you the wild wheat that looks like calf poo can look pretty on a card with our Moody Mauve. And we've got to add the Moody Mauve jute yet to the bottom here. And we might add the wild wheat. So this might be a double jute card. So also, instead of having these cut with regular cardstock, we're going to use the luster paper to cut out this, and I think that's it. So this is the Fresh as a Daisy ink, paper, scissors. And again, we changed things around. I mentioned it just a moment ago that June will be the Bright and Beautiful Sweet. Season of Chic stayed, and then we moved Inked Botanicals to August. And in case anybody's wondering, September is Masterfully Made. It's on the yearly calendar schedule, but it's not on this one. All right, so ink, paper, scissors, again, is $30 or $37 mailed if you're interested in that one. And then we're not done. Just to give you a heads up, games and prizes. I don't even know if I added it on here. I did. I added, you guys, after the last game night, you twisted my arm. We added a game night in July because otherwise there wasn't going to be a game night until December. And there were at least 5 people that said that they would like game night. And so all it takes is 5 people, you guys, to convince me to do another class. So we and then we were like, well, what can we use? And so you guys, I'm not sure how you guys feel about it, but when I first saw Zany Zoo, I was like, oh, this is just, it's different. It's different. I'm not always I like real things, right? Things to make like water and purpose and grounding and nature. And if you guys don't know that. And so when I see crazy zoo animals, or I should say Zany Zoo animals, I'm like, oh my goodness. But then I have to remember that kids like crazy creatures like that, and you have grandkids and you have kids and you have nieces and you have nephews, and they need cards too. So I'm like, okay, well, so after a little bit of back and forth in my head, I'm like, okay, well, Zany Zoo would probably be a good one. And especially after I saw the designer series paper. I gotta show you guys the designer series paper. I have to see if I have some in here. Do you remember what the Zany Zoo paper looks like? There's a bag on the floor over there, a 31 bag on the floor over there. There's designer series paper in there. If you want to see if it's black and white. So I'm going to show you guys what we're going to use for game night. It's going to be in July, so it's a little ways out there, but I'm just letting you guys know it's going to be Zany Zoo. I've got it July 6th, and then in person is July 10th. And we're going to feature the Zany Zoo for game night. So it'll be run kind of like, oh, she found it. It'll be kind of like an ink, paper, scissors, but then it's $5 extra because I use $5 from everybody's registration to go for prizes. Thank you, Cheryl. Mm-hmm. So Zany Zoo has the polka dots, which we already used for Let's Just Stamp, and we're going to design the card, so you do not need to purchase the stamps, okay? Definitely Feline. Got it. Okay, so you will not need, okay, so let's say these stamps are not your cup of tea, because you're like, oh man, I don't know, right, whatever. For whatever purpose, you don't want the stamps. I will promise you, all you need are sentiments for this class, because we're going to be able to use these animals, or critters, I call them. So we're going to end up using these critters to design the cards. And so you'll be using your own, and you won't even have to color, right? Because the critters are already colored. Well, some of them aren't. Like, you might want to color your bear. But like this one too. Okay, so when I saw this lion roasting the marshmallow, I thought, oh my God, that's kind of cute. And there are some cards in the catalog that we're going to case because we're like, ooh, they look so cute. Okay, so the pig with the piggyback, or the pig with the backpack. Okay, the trees. Okay, super. So it definitely grew on me. There's an armadillo. There's an elephant with a party pennant, and then cupcakes being tossed. Okay, so it did grow on me, and so that's why we decided to do. We're gonna do this for. Oh, and I'm stuck. Hang on, we got get that out of the way. So we're gonna do this for game night. So game night was not on your original schedule, you guys, when it got printed the first time, but it's there now. There's more critters in there too. Don't know. We talked about that. Extras in April. We talked about them already. We did all the May. Oh, June. Okay, so the last thing I want to share with you guys, I have one class ready for you for June. Krista worked on these cards. I think they turned out fabulous. They're amazing. It's going to be a stamp-a-stack. Awesome sauce, you guys. Featuring, it's called Naturally Gilded. And one of the classes, I had enough interest to add on an in-person class. And I already have like 5 people for the in-person class. So it's set for June 14th at 1 p.m. for online. And then it's going to be June 21st at 1 p.m. for in-person. You guys, no more 10 a.m. classes if I can avoid it. I'm not awake yet. You can tell already it's 11, it's noon, and I'm a lot more awake than I am at 10. So you're going to make 4 of each of these, okay? Aren't they exquisite? You are going to get a pack of blending brushes. You're going to get the silver and gold ribbon. You'll get linen thread and half a pack of the Naturally Gilded designer paper, which is already silver, copper, and goldish for you. And your die cuts will come, die cut. Your emboss mats will come, and you'll have enough to make 12 cards because there's 3 of them times 4 is what you're going to make. Oh, Donna likes the game night. Good. Yay. So this one, I haven't priced. I did price it. Okay. I priced it at $50 or $60 mailed. And then there is a team pricing. If anybody wants to do the team pricing, it's $20 or $26 with it mailed. So that's what I have for you guys. So stamp-a-stack for June. It features Season of Chic for some sentiments here. The thinking of you comes from here, and the wishing you the best ever. The hello there. Hello, you called. Is it me you're looking for? Is from here. Hello there. And then that's where the die comes from. So these are the 2 stamp sets. Again, just sentiments. So you guys, for those that are not so crazy about buying more sets of stamps, you can always use sentiments you have available. All right. So what else? The other thing too, I got to mention, if you're on my team and local to me, we are in the process of getting our catalogs bound. So we get the coil on and we laminate them. So I'm going to be sending out an email to the team today, tomorrow. We need them by Wednesday, and then Judy Immel's taking them in, and we'll have them back by next week, Sunday or so, next week, Friday. So just so you know, if you're on my team and local to me, if you're not local to me and you're interested, what I would recommend you doing is like Minuteman Press, EP Direct, Staples, some sort of copying place can bind your catalogs for you. The thing is, with being local, we take 10 or 15 of them in, and they give us bulk pricing, and so that's how it works out good to do it local like that. So, okay. Oh, it's only 1 hour and 12 minutes for the video. That's not so bad. I think the last one was 2 hours when I did the showcase last month. Oh, that's not bad. It's only noon. So what we're going to do is we're going to break. Cheryl and I are going to have some lunch together, and then I'll come back and do the kit class right after that. So I know I have on my schedule that it's I changed it to noon. It's going to be a little bit later than that. So it's probably going to be closer to 12:30 in case anybody's wanting to do the kit class. And if, again, you can't make it because you're working on other things or you got work, right? I get it. You can always watch the replay for that class as well. So what do you do now, though? Figure out which classes you want to take. Send me an email. What people do that makes it really easy for me is you can either email me or text me, Facebook message me, however it works. But what people do is they say, these are the classes I'd like to take. And then what I do is I reply back and I say, well, I can ship these 2 together, or I ship this one here. And what I do is I will price them out, and then you can just send one payment versus paying for everyone individually. If you want to pay via my website, just know that you'll have to add each class to the cart and then go check out at the end. And it doesn't give you any reduced pricing for shipping. But I guess if you did reach out to me ahead of time before you submitted your order and asked if any of those classes could ship together, I could personally give you a discount code that you could add to your order before checking out. That takes a little bit of back and forth though, because I might be in the middle of something and you might want to check out. So what happens, like Ruth is an example, like she just got 2 classes, I shipped them together. I put a shipping voucher back in her package that she can use when she checks out the next time. So I have a way to work it. It just works a little bit not as efficiently that way. So, but yeah, so always just reach out if you want to take a class. And we will go from there. I have some happy mail to share with you guys. I think I'll share it during my kit class because we've already got a little bit going on right now. We'll keep this just for what's just happening. Yeah, I don't know. Did I miss anything? I always ask that question, and Cheryl's actually in the room with me, and so she doesn't know if I missed anything. But she was working on her ink, paper, scissors from last night while I've been doing this live. So she's been pretty busy working on her cards. I'm looking around, guys. I'm not knowing if I'm seeing anything, but all's good here. So I'll see you again in a few moments back for the kit class. But lots of sunshine, love, and hugs, you guys. We'll see you in a little bit. Love you a long time. I'm going to count to 10 and then end it just in case it ends early on us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,